So PwC just released an Emerging Trends in Real Estate report for US and Canada for 2021. And there's one topic I wanted to focus our discussion today, and that is demography. Demography is the change in trends for the demographics of different age groups, where they're moving, and how that's going to affect consumer goods, consumer services, and in what locations. And by the way, this report put together by PwC is 117 pages. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can take a look for yourself in case there's something that's industry specific that's going to affect you a little bit more. So first, we're going to look at the Great American Move. Now, there's definitely urban cities that are losing population or people are moving away from, and they're going to what we describe as the Sun Belt cities. And these are the more suburban, more open area types of locations. So where are people moving away from? Places like Seattle, Portland, Denver, San Francisco, Sacramento, San Jose, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Orange County, and of course some places in the East, Boston, New York, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Overall, the big urban, dense, the big metros are losing people, and they're going to Boise, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, places in Texas, Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, places in the Southeast, Nashville, Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Orlando, Jacksonville, and of course, a lot of the cities in Florida. And that's from a geographical standpoint of where people are moving from. Let's take a look at age groups and what's going to change moving forward. One of the biggest things that popped out to me was the retiree population will grow by 17.1 million in the next 10 years. So those are people that are going to retire, they're going to downsize, they're going to move from their cities that they might have worked in to places that are a little bit more suburban. Also, the other population that is going to grow is going to be the family formation of the millennials and slightly older, the 30 to 49 age group. That's going to grow by 8.4 million, which means there's going to be healthy movement. And I want that to be your takeaway from this video. As retirees decide to move away from the places that they might have lived in our area, most retirees might be moving out of the area and have lived there for over 20, 30 years. That's going to create healthy inventory for the people that are looking for more space. The 30 to 49 demographic that are starting their families. So what does all this mean? And specifically for us in the Bay Area. As the retiree demographic ages, that means we are starting to see a shift in their desired location of where their next home is going to be. A lot of people are making a decision to move out of area and or out of state to places that are a little bit more suburban and places that are a little bit more peaceful, where there's no hustle and bustle because they're retired. They don't need to be close to a city anymore. Of course, yes, they're leaving behind some friends and family members that these relationships that they might have built over the years. However, it's much more affordable in different places. But that's also a pro in terms of inventory in our market. For the age group 30 to 49, as they start their families, they're going to need a place to purchase, to move up to a bigger house. And also, they still need to be close to where they work. Which here in the Bay Area, that means there's a portion of the demographic that's going to be moving out of area and selling, and there's going to be a portion that needs the inventory because they're going to be staying, they're going to be working and starting their families. So we're going to see healthy movement in terms of inventory, supply, and demand from buyers that are still looking to want to live here because their work demands are still local. Another point I wanted to add on why this demographic shift is important is because we live in the Bay Area where we've had 10 years of price growth, yes, but of lack of inventory. People have not had choices available, at least not an abundance of choices available to them to be able to find the house of their dreams. So as there's demographic changes and as there's more inventory, hopefully, as I said, creating, yes, healthy movement and healthy inventory, but also creating more pathways for people to be able to purchase something that they could call their forever home. And let's add a little twist to that. Prop 19 passed in 2020. There's a lot of details and fine print to it, but the overall is people that have had a hard time justifying a move that are 55 and plus in our area now can benefit from moving anywhere in California while keeping their property tax base based on way long ago. If your average person has lived in their house for 20 to 30 years, that means they have a property tax rate based on their purchase price at that time, which is significantly lower than if they decided to sell and to move somewhere close by. And that opens the door for them to purchase within California in a different suburban or maybe urban area, but still keeping their property tax base, so that that's one less item they have to worry about in their move because they don't have to pay as much property taxes. So in summary, we have seen that COVID-19 has accelerated certain demographic trends that will create healthy movement for our marketplace for buyers and sellers. And we look forward to hearing some of your feedback in terms of what you think is going to change in the marketplace because of COVID-19 and because of these shifts in the demographic trends. And don't forget, this report is 117 pages of detail. When you have the opportunity, look into it, so hopefully you can find some nuggets that you can share with us and anything that might affect your decisions in the future. And once again, thank you so much for watching our video. If you found it helpful, if you like it, of course, hit that little like button, hit that subscribe, and also hit that little bell icon because we're going to be releasing new content every week.